All right, welcome to the Massage Aftershow.
Hey, everybody.
So we're back. We just talked about massages.
We did. We had a pretty good conversation about them.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
I know we touched a little bit on the little hanky-panky massages. Are they still around?
I have no idea, to be honest.
I guess I don't go looking for them, so I don't know.
I don't either.
I'm sure, I think a few years ago, one got busted here for providing those happy endings.
I do remember that now, yeah.
I guess they still exist. I mean, we joke, but I'm sure you could probably find that, in the,
I'm
Craigslist
sure.
or when there used to be something that was called the back page.
No idea.
I want to say the government shut it down.
Really?
But there was like this, the prostitutions used it.
Oh, okay.
So it was big on prostitutions. And of course, prostitution is a caveat of a lot of them will go, basically they're covering themselves as a massage when it's really just massaging the love muscle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So you didn't know that, Mikey?
I did not.
Yeah, so that's why, massages sometimes get a bad rap because there are, some people take it to a different, different area.
Yep.
So, it turns perverted, per se. So, I mean, that's just, if it's out there, it's out there.
That is true.
So prostitution is illegal, definitely legal in our state.
Yeah.
I think it's only illegal I know it's legal in Nevada outside of Las Vegas.
Really?
Well, yeah, they have the Bunny Ranch.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So Texas, I'm not 100% sure of. I know they have the best little whorehouse in Texas.
They do?
Oh, yeah, you didn't see the movie?
Mm-mm.
Oh, there's a movie about the little whorehouse in Texas.
Really?
Oh yeah, so it's an awesome. The movie's hilarious.
Which movie?
The Whorehouse of Texas.
Oh, okay.
That's the little whorehouse in Texas. It's a movie.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of it.
Prostitution's illegal. So they disguise a lot of sex workers will call it a massage, and then. Or I want to say they don't actually say it'll be $100. They use different words to say, what it is. They're like, and I just offhand it would be like, 100 bubblegum wrappers, and you come over and get a massage. That's generally when they're saying. This is not an upfront. That's why I like to go to the school. It's all up front. I don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to get myself in a situation I don't want to be in. I guess guys have to worry about that more than you girls, right?
I think we would have to worry about sketchy situations too.
BS. Women. You could go on Facebook and you could say, hey, and you could, guys don't have that luxury.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
How many male strippers are there other than Chippendales?
There's a male strip club over at Council Bluffs.
Okay. How many female strip clubs do we have?
There's a couple of those.
There's a lot of those.
Yeah.
And we have one male.
Yeah.
That should tell you right there.
Yeah, that's true.
So, so you got to be careful with what you're doing there. I like to go to a reputable place. Mm-hmm. I don't have to worry about that. I prefer that. Yeah. So is there anything that you don't like in a massage?
Not that I can really think of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that sticks out to you that says not particularly fond of when they touch me around there or anything.
Not really, no.
So the other question I have is, I mean, so men and women are built differently up top.
Yeah.
I'm so if you had to get your pecs or your chest worked out, I mean, I don't think they can do that on a girl, can they?
I don't know. I've never had that come up. It's mostly my like hips and then my upper back, shoulders, and neck. So.
Well, I mean, there's yeah, I mean, it's not like you could say, well, I pulled my groin and can you
Yeah.
work that out for me?
Yeah.
I mean, there are limits. I mean, there are certain things that they're going to say that's a you problem.
Yep.
I want to say I don't have any real issues where they, I don't like. I mean, there are some people that don't like their feet touched, don't like anything like that.
Yeah. And they'll usually go over that with you in the beginning before they get started.
Yeah, I guess that's the one part of my body. I'm like, I
Yeah.
walk on those all day. I don't really like other people,
Handling them.
handling them. And I mean, I guess it's like, I don't know. I mean, I think you think of, foot odor and the most. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know, do you want someone creeping around that area? I mean, and he's done a foot massage on there as well, and it wasn't, I guess that was the most uncomfortable I have been in there, but he was still very, very professional.
Yeah.
He also like stretches your legs and stuff like that. So I don't know. I guess I don't really have it wasn't as bad as I thought. I guess most of it's in your head.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad.
Yeah. I guess the only time I can think of when I was really uncomfortable was when she was working on my neck and it like made me cough. But I mean,
yeah.
that was probably about it. I mean, and it felt good afterwards. So I was like, I didn't really have an issue with it. It was just weird because I was like, whoa.
Yeah, and I say when he massages the side of my neck, and he stretches it, you almost kind of get a little bit of a choking feeling.
Yeah.
Because I mean they're massaging that muscle, and it's contracting there.
Right.
I want to say it's not like horrible, but it's like it's one of those things that they've got to get the knot out. So.
Yeah. It's just a little uncomfortable for a minute or a second, and then it goes away. So
And no, we talked a little bit about it with Chris J, our chiropractor.
Oh yeah.
He does acupressure. So he bears down.
Oh yeah. I've seen him almost make you cry.
Well, I mean, but and he just sticks those right on those knots, and he just like brute force wants to get rid of them. I'm like, that's why he's not a masseuse.
Yeah.
Because I mean, sometimes you need some whining and dining. Sometimes it's wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Right.
So I
A little
guess
roughness there.
yeah. I'm not fond of the roughness there.
Yeah.
No,
No.
not there.
Okay.
That's a little bit. I don't know. He's
Yeah.
like he was leaned back, and I mean he's put like his whole weight on there.
Oh yeah.
He's like, well, these knots are bad. I'm like, well, be nice to them. They'll be nice to you.
Yeah.
I don't know. And don't get me wrong. He does the acupressure, and he, it's not just that one area, and then he'll crack you, and we still have to get him on here.
Oh yeah.
And go through all the stuff that he does. But he does like acupressure, and then he electrocutes you with that little electrocution wand that he has.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool too.
Yeah. It
Makes a weird little noise sometimes when it really is getting in there.
Yeah, it's like a handheld like TENS unit, I
Yeah.
guess. It's just like, and it stimulates the area.
Yeah, different parts. It's weird because it's like different parts of your ear hits different parts of your body.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
well, they say there's like parts in your body where like when you get into your foot that could relax other parts of your body and cause other things too, I've heard.
Yeah.
So that's not
You take the good with the bad, I guess, sometimes. So
yeah, like I said, I don't think I could be a masseuse.
yeah, no.
I don't. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
Just,
it's
that's a lot.
It is. It is a lot.
Yeah.
Touching someone else, and I mean,
For like 8 hours a day, that's a lot.
can you imagine? I mean, you've given me a back massage.
Yeah.
I've given you one.
Yeah.
And about 15, 20 minutes into it, your hand's starting to cramp, and you know, these guys are doing that all day long.
Yeah. That's crazy to me. I couldn't imagine doing that.
No, I mean, no, don't get me wrong. They're not. It's not back to back.
Right.
So, you know, when we go in there, we normally do an hour.
Yeah.
We just recently bumped up to an hour and a half, which makes it night and day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Very
there's
nice.
a lot of things they could do in an extra 30 minutes with you.
Oh, yeah.
So it's nice, but I mean, can you imagine, even if you do an hour and then you have 15, 20 minutes in between clients, I mean, that's out of 8 hours, you're going to be rubbing on someone for 5 or 6 at least.
Yeah.
That's,
And I don't know if they teach there too, like Jack and Jill.
oh,
I don't know
okay.
if they teach. I'll have to ask her next
Well,
time.
they're not students, so,
Right. They're licensed.
well, they're licensed, but I think they're licensed to continue to train
Yeah.
people. So
Oh.
it very well could be that maybe they don't rub it
Yeah.
on people all day. Maybe they're the ones that are teaching the students
The different techniques.
the difference, and then we just happen to go late in the afternoon
Yeah.
after the school's technically
Done for the
done
day.
for the day.
Yeah.
So, and then they have your the massages you could do.
Yeah.
So now you tip them too.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So this is a tipping, so which they deserve.
Oh, yeah. They definitely deserve it.
If anybody deserves a tip, I would say a massage person
Yeah.
does. A waitress brings your food and they get a tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they definitely deserve their tip that they get.
They do.
Yeah, I want to say every time we've been there, it's been great.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely been really good. I mean, we've had no issues, so it's been good experiences. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I have a friend that's a massage person, Corey's daughter. Mm-hmm. She does massages.
Okay.
And I remember talking with Corey about it, and Corey's like, "Oh yeah, you should have her do your massage." And I'm like, "I taught this little girl how to drive a car.
Yeah, that
I
would
don't
just
want
be
to I don't want to strip down to my skivvies in front of this girl my daughter's age that is,
yeah.
I just don't. I guess I just don't feel comfortable doing it there. I mean,
Yeah, that would be weird.
yeah, I mean that would be like, can you imagine, pick a cousin, any cousin,
Yeah.
and say, "Oh, they do massages. You want to come over there?" But ding 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 ding.
Yeah, no.
I think that's only legal in Alabama
Yeah, or Arkansas.
or Arkansas. Yeah. You only say that because we have relatives down in Arkansas.
Yeah.
I don't think Kentucky is much better, is it?
Probably, maybe not. I don't know.
Any of those
Any
sites.
of those, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, can you imagine your niece or nephew giving you a massage?
No.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I guess it's family and then like family adjacent. Because
Yeah.
I mean, even though, and her name's Anna, she's not family. God, I mean,
But
I
she
hung
kind
out.
of is.
I hung
you know,
around her.
yeah.
Yeah, I taught her how to drive. Her and
Yeah.
my daughter used to go running around all the time. I yelled at her like a dad. I mean, she's sneaking out the window, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Get back in there."
Yeah.
You're a parent figure in that
Right.
situation. So yeah, even though we're not family, I mean, we consider ourselves family. I mean,
Yeah.
there's blood family, and then there's family.
Yeah.
So the family you could pick is by far the best family you could ever have.
It is, yeah.
So you can pick family. So the blood family you can't pick.
Yeah.
That's just stuff you're done with.
Your SOL.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. I have an issue with getting a massage from her.
Yeah. That would just be weird.
And I have a couple of other masseuses that are on the page that, and you can see them promoting themselves on Facebook.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad there. But then again, it's still, I don't know. To me, that just seems kind of weird. I guess to me, a massage is a little more intimate.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to know them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I could get one. I don't think I could get Jill to. I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess I don't know her that well. I mean, we bowled with her, but I mean, it wasn't like we were hanging out or anything.
Right. I was a little weirded out at first when I first realized. I was like, oh, okay. But I mean, she was really nice about it and very professional. So I was like, okay, I feel comfortable. So
Well, she's not family adjacent. So
Yeah.
I mean, we bowled with her like once a week.
yeah.
We didn't see her every time we were there, or if we did, it was just sometimes just a hi, how are you doing, and very casual.
Right.
You know, so it's not like we sit there and go, oh yeah, we go drinking with this person.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we go drinking with our chiropractor though,
Yeah, we do sometimes. Yeah.
but I don't take my clothes off in front of him.
No.
I do all that closed on,
Yeah.
so I'm okay with that, I guess.
Yeah.
So. I
Two
guess.
different things. So yeah.
Well, yeah, but I've always known him as a chiropractor.
Right.
So I mean, I knew when he went to school in Kansas City.
Yeah.
So he would, we were guinea pigs.
Mm-hmm.
When he first came up here and started, we were some of his first clients. So, I guess it's a little different when we know, hey, you're a chiropractor. This is what you're doing. It's a little different. So if we knew, like, I didn't know Jill was a massage therapist at all.
I didn't either.
I mean, it's not like I talked to her and said, hey, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
We didn't know each other that well.
Right.
So, yeah, I could see that. So Mikey's going to learn that, women like massages.
Yeah.
So
It'll be okay, Mikey. It's part of life.
you're going to learn that 5-minute massage, aren't you, Mikey?
What?
Totally
See,
over the head.
You're still so young and naive and innocent that everybody that listens to this knows exactly what I'm talking about, but it goes completely over your head.
Yep. Life lessons 101 for Mikey.
Yep. In 10 years, that's going to click.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that means.
Probably about 3 or 4, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know.
5 if we're lucky.
5 if we're lucky. Yeah, definitely 5 if we're lucky.
Yeah.
3 or
Hopefully
4
10.
years. I'm hoping it's over 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So, doggies. Yeah, when you think of petting dogs and stuff like that, all you're basically doing is massaging your dog.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, and now you don't just stroke them like that. I mean, we
Yeah.
give them a hard time. We like to play with them and get them to start growling and
Barking at us.
barking at us. Yeah, but there's a doggy massage.
Yeah.
That should be a thing.
Didn't Chris didn't he like adjust Raven or something?
I think he adjusted
Or
Rusty.
Yeah.
He adjusted Rusty.
I'm
So-
surprised that Rusty didn't bite his head off.
Well, I mean, I think he did it so quick that I don't think Rusty realized what was happening.
Yeah.
He's adjusted me, and I'm almost bit his head off.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I would assume I'm surprised there's not more doggy masseuses out there.
There probably will be one of these days.
I'm sure Paris Hilton will have one on speed dial.
Yeah.
I mean,
For a little
Hey, man.
chihuahua.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they need I would think that would be a spa day for the dogs, right?
Yeah, they have doggy spas.
I mean, some people like to treat their dogs just like a person.
Yeah.
I talk to our dogs like they're a person. I mean,
We all do.
They bark at the neighbor's friends. You'll stop barking and they'll keep going. I'm like, that's it. Get in the house.
Yeah.
You're done. and they know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean they understand.
Oh yeah, they
I
understand.
don't know if it's my tone or the words, but they get they're getting what I'm throwing down.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, a doggy massage, hey, that could be a whole new market.
That could be. It'd be a little difficult. They probably wouldn't sit still that long.
You're basically petting a dog.
I don't know if I could pet a dog for. I mean,
Bull.
for an
But
hour.
You're telling me you can't pet a dog for an hour?
Yeah, I guess I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
If a horse masseuse was around, that would be your job.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
You could massage a horse for hours,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is brushing a horse.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what they have these what they have the dog whisperers and that.
Oh yeah.
Remember that person that could tell you what your
Caesar
dog
Milan-
is thinking? Do you know that? There's that woman that would say, "Oh, when the dog barks, I could speak dog, or I understand what dogs mean." And the dog will bark, and she's like, "Oh, she wants this." I'm like, "You lady,
Yeah.
you're nuts."
That's crazy.
So yeah, that's just not no.
No.
But so and they have like I think there's like dog psychics that'll see when the dog's passed away and
Yeah.
tell you that your dog is, frolicking across the rainbow and the rainbow bridge, and they're happy and they're going to be waiting for you.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't there be a doggy masseuse? I don't think they're capitalizing on this right.
Yeah. We should see if the dog spas have one. They might have one already.
They very well could.
Yeah. I have to check into that.
Can you imagine being a mobile dog massager? I'll
They have
come to your house and rub your dog.
They have mobile groomers. Well, why not massagers?
Yeah, we drive by that one guy that's over down the street from here, right?
Yeah. They got that van that looks like a dog.
Yeah, it's a van that looks like a dog.
Yeah.
So,
You haven't seen that?
No.
Oh, we'll have to take you by there someday.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't see why they wouldn't have a doggy masseuse out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense. I mean,
It would, yeah.
I don't know how stressed a dog can get, though. I mean, yeah, you look over at our dog that's so sound asleep on the futon down here, and
They're both sound asleep.
the other one is like, yeah, they're out.
Yeah. They're totally out.
Yeah, so now that's how I feel after a massage.
Yeah.
So
I just want to relax and go to sleep.
So, and that's one of our guilty pleasures of the massages, because we go out and have a little dessert or something like that,
Yeah.
just to get something in our stomachs, you know.
We'll split dinner and get a dessert or something.
Yeah, that's typically what we do. So we go down, get our massage, go grab something to eat, quick something snacky, and then we come home,
Yep.
and then we're done.
And then we head to bed.
Yep. So, not a bad routine.
No, we got a pretty
So-
good one going on.
So, how often do you think? How many? I guess my problem is how many are too many massages? How many? I mean, you don't want to be the creep going in there every week.
No.
I think we're doing once a month right now.
Yeah, we're at once a month.
I don't know. Is that too much? Or I guess if you have an ailment, that's not too bad. But
Yeah.
for when I was recovering from my truck accident, that's what we were, the chiropractor said, a massage would help loosen those muscles.
Yeah.
So so I did it for loosening the muscles so I could move again.
Yeah.
And that's why we did 3 months in a row. I don't know. I mean, I would say
I think
every
some
couple
people.
months.
I think some people go like every couple weeks or something like that, probably too.
Well, those people that go to those hydration spas,
Yeah,
every week too.
that's crazy.
I mean, there's overdoing it.
Yeah.
Let some of that stress build up and then melt it all on one.
Yeah.
I would say average should be every 2-3 months.
Yeah.
I mean, at worst, maybe once a month.
Yeah. Once a month is a pretty good pattern, I guess.
See, I want to say every 2 or 3 months is a better pattern.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it doesn't get. I mean, we go and, it's $100,
Yeah.
per person. So, I guess it's not that bad with prices nowadays. I mean,
And that's pretty normal. I mean, most places are that about $100, little between 150.
right. And
So-
and that's because we're doing the hour and a half. So it's
Right.
a little more, I think when an hour was like 70, 75, something like that. And then of course tip. So, and then I would recommend tipping, at least 20%,
Oh yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
I'm a little upset I'm horrible at tips. You know this.
Yeah.
I give you when we go to a restaurant, we get the check. I'll pay. I don't care. I'll pay, and then I slide the thing over to you and say, figure out the tip.
Yeah. I usually, with the massages, I usually do like $10 or $15 just to make it an even amount. And the same when I tip my nail people. It's like about $10 is usually the going rate.
Yeah, I would say. Well, see, and that's where the tipping gets kind of confusing with me. Is, I'm going to tip a server 25%, but the guy that's touching me or physically dealing with me, they get paid less, or they get tipped less.
Well, they get paid pretty good though too.
Well, I don't. You should if you're touching someone else.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. So if someone came to you and said, "Hey, $100 an hour, will you be a masseuse?"
Maybe.
$100.
Yeah.
I might take that offer.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
Really?
I mean, it's $100 an hour.
Well, I know, but I mean, I don't know. I think I'd have to. I don't know. That's a tough one. $100 an hour is, I mean, good money. Don't get me wrong, but
You're not going to be doing it 8 hours a day though. That's the
can
thing.
you imagine? Yeah. Well, yeah, you're not going to be touching someone 8 hours a day. So
Yeah.
really 6 hours.
Yeah.
But still, 5 or 6 hours of massage at $100 an hour. That's $500 in one day's work. I don't know.
That's not too bad.
I don't want to ask how much they make, but I don't know. We could Glassdoor that, right? You know about Glassdoor,
I think
right?
when I was looking, I think it's like $25 to $30 almost.
Okay, so would you do a massage? Would you massage someone for $25 or $30?
Probably
No, because
not.
that's what you're getting paid now.
Yeah.
You make that money now.
Right.
So I'm not going to touch. You don't have to touch anybody.
Yeah.
That's I wouldn't do it for now $50. Would you do it for 50? Would you do it for 50?
Maybe.
$50 an hour.
Strong maybe.
Strong, maybe. Rebecca?
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe. So $50 an hour.
Yeah. That's not too bad either.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how they do it. I don't think that sounds all good until you have that one person that comes over and they kick off their boots from working all day of construction, and their odor leaves an hour after they do. I guess that would be my turn off.
Yeah, that could be a big turnoff. I agree.
I mean, you hear stories about people that work at Pizza Hut or any of these fast food chains that they come home smelling like you work at KFC, you come home smelling like chicken.
Yeah, when I worked at Fazoli's, I always smelled like garlic. Because you do the breadsticks and you get it all over you.
Yeah, but you love garlic. How do you still love garlic?
I don't know.
I hear horror stories of the people that say, I'm going to go work at the Pizza Shack and, I love pizza. And then, after working there for a couple of years, they're like, I cannot handle pizza anymore.
Yeah.
You're big with Taco Bell. You love Taco Bell.
Yeah.
No, don't say, yeah. If I say, what do you want to order from lunch? You're going to say Taco Bell 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah. I don't know. It tastes better to me and it's not like, I don't know.
Yeah, I can only handle Taco Bell so often.
Well, yours is McDonald's.
Well, that's because that's what he likes the most of, and I know it's something he'll eat. But it's either what are our choices for food here?
Subway. That's the first one that came to my mind.
Yeah.
I can make a cold cut sandwich here. That's why I don't like to order at Subway or something like that, because I mean, I could order that here. Now I like Potbellies because that's a warm sandwich, and that has I get the wreck there.
Well, you can get warm sandwiches from Subway.
Yeah, but what are your choices? Ham, turkey, chicken.
They have steak and they have
meatball.
Yeah. They have teriyaki chicken. They have like
I know, but it's Subway.
no.
Subway and Jimmy John's. They're both.
Yeah, I don't like Jimmy John's.
They're kind of the same.
No.
Potbelly's a little different.
Jimmy John's is a lot different. I mean, they don't have. I don't think they have the variety that Subway does.
And I don't think Subway has the variety that Potbelly's has.
Well, okay.
Well, I mean, they have a wreck that has like all kinds of meat on there.
You can probably get that as something similar.
From Subway, the bread sucks there.
Really?
Yeah, you like the bread there?
The bread is all right.
It's okay.
Compare it to Potbelly's. Who has better bread, Potbelly's?
You get just the regular white bread, so yeah, that's gonna not be good anywhere you go.
It's good at Potbelly's. What do you get? You get the flatbread.
No, I get like the Parmesan, garlic Parmesan or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just
Or the Italian cheeses.
okay.
It is.
I can handle Subway to a certain point, but it's a sandwich shop.
That's a place I could work at, and I would get free sandwiches for life.
Yeah.
I want something if I'm going to order food or I'm going to go get something. I want something hot, and unfortunately, it's a burger joint. So really, the ones that I can think of is you have McDonald's and Burger King, and you don't like Burger King.
Yeah.
So my options are limited there. I know you don't like Burger King, so the other option is McDonald's. Mm-hmm. Because I know you'll tolerate it.
Yeah.
And I tolerate it.
Yeah.
And that's all we do is tolerate it because it's junk food.
Yeah. That's easy and quick.
Right. So when you're in a hurry,
Yeah.
you run in there. That's kind of the way things go. So
Yeah.
we don't now when we get our massage, we don't have any fast food. We go sit into what Cheddar's
Yeah.
or Chili's.
Yeah.
So we go to a nice sit down restaurant.
Yeah.
That's what we do, Mikey, after our massages. And you're sitting at home. We're at Chili's or Cheddar's, eating Cheddar's. We're eating those cracked croissants.
Oh yeah.
I want to say so. It's a regular croissant, but they put liquid crack on it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It is really good.
It's my drug of choice.
Yeah.
I guess I like the places that have like some type of bread or something like that. Like I don't know, we get the loaded fries at Chili's. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like our appetizer there.
That's the only reason I like Red Lobster is because I like the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Oh yeah.
Oh, see, that's now
Damn you, Mikey.
right. Well,
Now I want Red Lobster.
yeah, but Red Lobster's gone downhill.
Yeah.
I mean, they used to have some good portion sizes,
Yeah.
and then I remember us the first time we ordered fish and chips there. It was like 4 good sized pieces, and we split it.
Yeah. Now it's like one.
Yeah, now
Big
it's like one, and it wasn't even that big.
Yeah.
I mean, the portion sizes are completely gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now Outback has the whatever I want to call it pumpernickel, but I know that's wrong. She told me,
Yeah, I
and
can't
I forgot to
remember
listen.
now. Yeah.
So those are the restaurants we like to go.
Yeah.
So when we get our massage, we go to somewhere there. I guess it's comfort food for us.
Yeah.
So
it is.
we go there and just have something comfort food. Do like the cookie, a giant cookie for dessert or something like that. Cookie and ice cream. Yeah. See, that's how we indulge. We get our massages. We know we're nice and relaxed. We go get something to eat that's not just dessert.
Right.
Because we would be horrible if we did that.
Yeah.
I guess we order something like the cheese fries or the Monte Cristo at Cheddar's is really good.
Mm-hmm.
We order that so we can order dessert. We're really there for the dessert. Let's
And
be
we
honest.
split it, so yeah.
Right, and we're there for dessert. There's no lie about there.
Yeah.
We just want to feel a little better about ourselves and eat something other than just dessert.
Right.
So, no, well, yeah. So massages, it's always a good thing.
Yep. I
Go to-
definitely recommend going and getting one if you haven't.
Reputable place.
Oh yeah.
If you want to go to a massage parlor, should I put that in air quotes?
Yeah.
Make sure it's a reputable place, unless you're that guy. I mean, I guess
Yeah, don't be that guy though.
I'm terrified that if I go to one of those, that's when the FBI is going to raid. I'll be
Yeah.
buck naked on a table, getting a
You'll
happy
have-
ending
you'll
with
have
the
the sheet over
FBI
you.
come through.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh no, never mind. Yeah,
The what?
I was gonna say you'd have the sheet over you, but
Not if you're one of those ones.
Not
no.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the other one
Yeah.
where the FBI comes in and ruins the mood. They are good at ruining the mood.
They are pretty good at that, huh?
If they're gonna bust me, they're gonna bust me right beforehand. I'm like, you're really 5 minutes, people?
Yeah.
No, I can't. I couldn't do that. Yep,
No.
I have to be all on the up and up.
Yeah.
That's crazy though.
It is pretty crazy.
We gotta get your dad into a massage.
God.
That would be. We'd never be able to go back,
No.
would we?
No. Never.
He doesn't have a filter anymore.
No, he doesn't.
He would say whatever is on his mind.
He will. Yep.
What I envy about as you get older in life, you lose that filter and you kind of say whatever you want
Yeah.
and get away with it. What do you say? What can you say? He's old. He's lived long enough to just say whatever he wants.
Exactly.
I almost wanted to get him like a maid. We were talking about getting that topless maid service.
Yeah. No.
That'd be hilarious.
That
but
would be hilarious.
I don't
but
think
no.
she would. I don't think they'd come back either.
Yeah. Probably not.
I don't know what he'd do. We'd probably give him a heart attack. I'm not sure how he could handle that.
Yeah. I don't think he could either.
So, massages are not for everybody,
No.
but I highly recommend them.
Highly recommend them. Yep.
And I'm like I said, I'm always for a school. Go to the school, Omaha School of Massage Therapy, or find a school in your area. Let one of the new kids work on you.
Yep.
Teach
Teach them a thing or two.
Teach them a thing or two. Yeah, get them all learned up.
Yep.
All right, I think that's our after show.
That's our after show.
All right.
All right. See y'all later.